Tom Mazaway.
Hey, Sean.
I saw what y'all were saying about Maz. I did. I saw what y'all were saying about Maz. And I get it. He wasn't cut. In fairness, he wasn't cut. But Maz last week, and it made my eyebrow go up too. I was one of those guys. I was, I don't know, Maz. Tom Mazaway, in case you don't know what I was talking about, said Tim Patrick might be the odd man out. And he was just traded, in case you missed it, a few minutes ago for a 6th-round pick. Maz?
He's still a cat. He's a Jaguar. 6th-round pick? Hey, it's Tesla season, baby.
I'm surprised at that. I am. That which leads me back to the first question that I asked. What you got cooking, Brad? What you doing in that kitchen, man?
53-man roster? No. 49-man roster.
Well, listen. There could be an uncle and his nephew added to things, for example.
Oh, I like that combo.
There could, right?
I love that.
If you bring in the uncle, you have to bring in the nephew. And, of course, if you bring in the nephew, you have to bring in the uncle, right?
Absolutely.
He needs some adult supervision.
Uncle Z.
Uncle Z, Jackson Meeks?
Love it.
I don't know.
Give me that.
Seriously, I don't know. But here was the thing. When we were talking about all the roster quandaries last week, you know, I made the joke. Everybody, we'll keep 3 quarterbacks. We'll keep 6 receivers. You get a roster spot. It doesn't work that way, okay? So right now, you've got a couple extra wide receiver spots, right? Legitimately, you only have the 1 quarterback. And you have, as I sit here today, right? Well, you added a safety. So if my count is correct, we're back to 50, right? After trading Tim Patrick, picking up a safety and a special teams demon, we're back to 50, so we have 3 roster spots.
Sounds right.
What you got cooking, Brad? So yesterday, you know what I did? I had, I took, our friend here. Yeah.
I'm getting you amped up, Sean. Don't worry.
The lovely and beautiful Bethany gave me some jalapeno peppers, right? So what me and my buddy Mike did, shout out to Mike, we took some bison burger, we took some brisket burger, we took some ground burger, we mixed it all up, we threw a shitload of jalapenos in there, some cheddar, and I cooked up some bacon. And we tried our own variation of, super bacon cheddar burgers and everything. I love to go in the kitchen and do things like that, right? Fired up the grill, nice medium rare.
I wish I lived in the mean streets of Novi.
Well, let me tell you something, man. It's like, you know what the interesting thing is? It's when you do things like that, it's trial and error. I have to figure out how to spread out all the ingredients. Because you had one bite that was super cheesy. You had one bite that was super jalapeno. I want it all mixed in. So maybe I need to put it in the mixing bowl. That's what I'm thinking about Brad right now. Brad's just in the kitchen. He's doing this. All right, well, I don't want this to be grumped up there. Maybe I got to put it in the mixing bowl and get my hands dirty and all that stuff. I don't know what's going on. I don't. I mean, obviously moves are coming, right? And I'm going to say this again. There's a reason why there's speculation that Zadarius Smith is coming back. Okay, there's a reason why you have multiple teams, as was reported yesterday, reaching out to Z, and I think the guy's going to play. You guys agree with me?
Contending teams.
Okay, I hope it's here.
Mm-hmm.
I like everybody else, I want it to be here. Maybe that's part of what's going on right now, but you guys have any idea? I don't. It's all speculation at this point in time. By the way, which I want it to be speculation. I don't want my general manager to be as predictable as tomorrow is Thursday. Right? I don't. Ooh, what you got going on? I like that. It builds in the anticipation, man.
Listen, man. And I didn't know this. On the waiver wire, Tennessee's number 1. Lions will pick 5th from the bottom. It goes on worst record to the bottom, just like the draft. I didn't realize that Tennessee can pick up 5 players if they want. It's not like fantasy football where you pick one guy up and you got to wait your turn again. So we'll see how many of these guys are left for the Lions, or if there's another trade possibly that they're going to be doing. He's picked up another 6th-round pick from Jacksonville. He hopes that's a high 6th-round pick because they're the Jags. And I know they're a little bit better than they've been, but we'll see how that rolls. But there's a lot of moves to be made. Maybe they find an extra quarterback. I don't know. I think that quarterback will be on the practice squad, but maybe a third quarterback. There's plenty out there now. A lot of teams dumped out. Even Philadelphia even let a couple of guys go. So there's going to be a lot of good meat to be picked off the bone here today. We'll find out today a lot.
I think the Egyptian magician will be back in a few weeks.
That would be nice.
I agree.
Hassanin off the they waived him with an injury settlement. You got to wait like 3 weeks, and then you got to wait an additional 4 weeks if he wants to re-sign with the Lions. But after 3 weeks, he can go to any team, and hopefully he will wait.
My guess, and it's 100% a guess, okay? My guess is this was already talked about. We're going to pay you that time, that injury settlement that you were out, and we want you to be a part of this. You said you want to die for us and everything. We got a spot for you. We just don't have a spot for you right now. That's my guess. I think it's a fairly educated guess.
Yeah, he's a draft pick.
Yeah, I think that's that's the way it's gonna work itself out. But that didn't stop a lot of whoas from coming out yesterday when that happened. Yeah. You know, because we have like a Woodward. It's called the Woodward gang, and somebody, I forget who put it out yesterday, and like all the reactions in there were just like, whoa, huh, whoa. And then when you take a step back and you think about it logically, that's when you kind of, okay, I get what's going on. I think that's the way it's going to work itself out.
I agree. I think that Hassanin will find his way back onto this team. I just think that this regime has not learned because they've really never truly done anything that's that egregious because they can't control the injuries, but they know how much depth it takes now. Like, they understand that you need to be as deep as possible, where you're going to bring in hopefully a few edges to reinforce that room. You're probably going to bring back a Jackson Meeks, and you have guys who can contribute up and down your lineup no matter how thin you end up getting because of injury.
Yep. That lessons are learned every year, and that's what we learned, man.